Give a round of applause for yourselves. Well, I just say I'm Urban Voodoo. Yes, I am here from Cali. I'm originally from New Orleans, but I grew up in California since I was 10, so you know how that do. So I'm here in New York, and I'm feeling good about it. And I just want to bless y'all one time. Feel me? Feel me?
Yeah. So both hands. Let's get it in.
Little Andre broke down, crying right before it was time for him to pray. He told me this in confidence, so I'm not at liberty to disclose his identity without consent. So I spent hours trying to rearrange events so that I could tell his story properly. You see, it's tragic when the system fails to protect the child because they stuck on images which they project. Such was the case with his story. His mother never wanted to marry his father, so she was always the victim of the resentment she harbored, never bothered to mention a single righteous word about his father, never bothered to mention that daddy called on a daily basis, plus she was incoherent, always in and out like changing stations in desolate places on road trips across this nation. Little Andre was out of tune and out of touch. Told me that when he and sister were alone, mama's man would fuck with us. These awful words spilled forcefully like levees breaking in New Orleans. Said ever since his sister was 13, mama's man gave her lots of compliments on her jeans, not to mention the trinkets and small tokens of appreciation. He was a little confused because he was only 8 when mommy's daddy friend moved in. That's when you can hear the closet noises, squeaky toys, and stumbling hallways from sister's little room. I sat silently, unable to utter a sound until little Andre's story found conclusion. These are examples of how lives fall apart. It's like a chain reaction. Most times parents are the spark. Be watchful of your seeds. This is a goldfish tank full of sharks. His thoughts seem quite dark, obsessed with things that burn. Rather speak frankly about fire than to answer my last question. He merely squirmed in his little seat. His impression was fear more than anger, like, what could I do? I, a stranger with no knowledge of the sequence of events. God was already mad, somehow, at him. At least, that's what his mummy told him. His sister, she was merely a child, a heart filled with a symphony of butterflies. Her mind had the wisdom of a sage and the magic of unicorns, born into a world uncomfortably exposed. Her sleep was dead silence, as if only awakening into the trouble of morning to awaken into the hands of oppressing foes. Her clothes, soiled and ragged, her face decorated with trails of tragic fear, found herself cringing in a corner, pleading for a way out. It could have been you, she often thought, as the chorus of insults ensued on the playground. Each day she was met by a choir of carolers who sang in unison the most hurtful songs. Your mama was a crack whore. Your mama was a crack whore. Crack whore, crack whore. Your mama is a crack whore who hung out on Broadway, well known to the groovers on the set, who often sing meting out the most foolish punishments against her whenever mommy had a debt. So, little Andre broke down and cried last night right before he prayed. He stayed deathly silent, listening to reasons young kids like him grow up to be tyrants doing gang violence. He broke down like a 64 Chevy that looked good on the outside, but inside, it's poorly maintained. He wished he could talk to his pops, but ever since the judge dropped his gavel, he and son been estranged. These are examples of how lives fall apart. It's like a chain reaction. Most times parents are the spark. Be watchful of your seeds. This is a goldfish tank full of sharks. Little Andre.